Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another showcase video. Today's theme is Crossroads. I decided to go ahead and turn this into a community effort, more of a build challenge thing. So bi-weekly we'll be putting out one of these episodes, and each of them we'll be talking about what the theme is of the next episode. So the next episode's theme is going to be throne rooms. If you guys want to go ahead and create your own throne or chair or something like that, feel free to do that. Share the world download with me over in the Discord channel. We can go from there, build up this awesome collection of cool things, bring in some of the best ones here, and then share the world download out with the entire community. For everybody who's interested in that, feel free to get involved over in the Discord channel there. We'll be having a lot of people discussing it. Anyways, as we're halfway through the first Crossroads here, you can see this more of like a Y-shaped Crossroads. I built this one up myself as kind of a starter idea here. A bunch of paths just leading through a forest, and you can kind of see the trees overhanging, and that's why I thought it was really cool. But that's pretty much the first one, and that's how we're gonna run through these guys. Here's our second one. This is more of a city center. This is another one I built up myself, and I want to go ahead and just work with creating a cool little statue center something here for the middle of a village. Obviously, this is just something that is just kind of standing out. But overall, I like this one a lot because I think it adds a lot of cool little elements that you can use to really improve your cities. Like we have the market stall, we have banners, we have overhanging things, we have trees, we have different types of buildings. Everything here is really coming together to create a one unified build, and I think that's a really great way of going here and just creating a city. Things have to be together but different. Our next Crossroads design here is by CeruleanCapuchin. He has a YouTube channel himself, so I'll go ahead and leave a link down to it below. But he ended up building up this cool Hobbit themed Crossroads area where we have two main areas crossing over each other. We got some fields, we got a little pond with a lake, a Hobbit house fully complete with like a barbecue cookout it looks like going on, like a food stand, and a forest. You can see it's really divided up into multiple areas. You're using the pathway here to really break everything apart. I find this guy to be really interesting just because there's so much stuff to look at while you're going through the pathway here, from gardens to the giant wheat field to all the detail in the forest itself. I really enjoy the layout here that Cerulean is going with because it's kind of a grid pattern, but a really broken up grid, and I feel like that really adds to the value of this guy. You can see the different crossing paths, how they're all very smooth and running around. I think it's really awesome. Now this one has taken a little bit of a different turn. This one here is by Lucas. He decided to go for a very modern theme here for a city intersection in a giant metropolis. I think it's really cool. It's not quite the style that I would typically go for. As we know, me building modern did not end up that great. But I think everything he's doing here, from the street lamps to the traffic signs, is really cool. Just the shapes he's going with. He's really trying to make it more organic looking instead of the hard, rigid lines that you typically find in a city. The beacons might not be super survival friendly for a light source for the city, but overall I think he did a really cool job here. It was something that, I don't know, some of you guys might find this useful if you're trying to build a giant city yourself, of how to divide up the roads and things like that, and just make things more interesting for your city. I think it was a really cool one. For those Bedrock players out there who are interested in being involved in this type of showcase build, don't worry about it. Yindy here, he decided to send in a bunch of screenshots and give me examples of different builds he was doing, and we went ahead and created this Venetian style, like from Venice or something like that build. I think it turned out really cool. So for the rest of you guys who are interested in it, you're more than welcome to join up here and do this. I'll try and recreate them as best as I can, with maybe add a little bit of my own flair. But this one I really like because the waterway is the focus for how to get around here, and we kind of have these small skinny corridors to walk around on the edge of the water, and I think it's a really cool way about going with it. A bunch of bridges and all that cool stuff. Now this one here is an example of somebody who went totally over the top. MythicalSausage, as most of you guys probably know him, has a great YouTube channel going on over on his own side, so I'll leave a link down to that below. But I reached out to him and I was like, hey man, I'm doing this thing, you want to be involved? And he came back and totally killed it with this western city center right here. It's a crossroads area that you'd find in the Wild Wild West. And I totally was not expecting to get this from him at all. I love the amount of detail he went with here. We can see all these full buildings, there's dead trees, there's just all these different ways that the city is being divided up, or the western town. We got a water tower here. All this stuff is really well done. And it can just show you that you can make a crossroad from being anything from a path in the woods to the center of a city to a town in the Wild West. And he's even got a second cross going over here with the train tracks. Like, there are multiple ways around in this area, and we have all the different areas on the storefronts, and it's just a very classic Western field. I love the wagon rolling through here, just making it look like people live here. There's actually things around the area besides just buildings. And I think that's a great way of showing that your Crossroads area is habited, that people actually use it. It's not just something that you created and left, or one person created once and decided to leave. But I think it's a really cool way of showing that people are moving through there. Adding life to your world is something really, really important to do, and it can really change the whole atmosphere just from a few little things simple as like a wagon. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. Remember, the next theme for this one is gonna be throne rooms. If you guys want to be involved with it, join the Discord channel in the link below, or in the description, there's a link below. And we got a whole setup over there ready to go for all this stuff. If you guys want to be involved with it, that would be awesome. I'm more than happy to include you guys in this. Just create some awesome stuff. Hopefully we see some awesome thrones or chairs or things like that come in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side.